Amina starts her day early in the big Harrington house. The sun is behind clouds and the air smells like rain. She moves quietly through the kitchen, checks the breakfast dishes, and wipes the counters again just to be sure everything is clean. She is a careful housekeeper. She likes order and calm. She has learned that calm is not just nice. It is necessary in this home, especially for little Maya. Maya is 8 years old. She is bright and curious, but sounds and bright lights can feel too strong for her. When too many things happen at once, she covers her ears and tries to hide. Amina understands this. Years ago, Amina had a little cousin who was also autistic. She learned simple ways to help, like keeping routines, using soft voices, and giving the eyes one thing to follow when the world feels too loud. The Harrington house is large and beautiful, with tall windows and long hallways. The rooms are full of quiet art and careful design. But a big house can make big sounds. Doors can echo. Shoes can tap like drums. On this day, the sky is heavy and thunder might come. Amina watches the clouds and plans the morning. She dims the living room lights and pulls the curtains halfway so the room feels softer. Daniel Harrington, Maya's father, is upstairs in his office. He is a very rich businessman, and he often has calls with people in other countries. He loves his daughter, but he is not always sure what to do when she feels overwhelmed. He believes in hiring the best people and giving them tools. He trusts Amina, even if he does not always say it out loud. Maya comes down the stairs in her soft gray sweater and blue socks. She moves slowly, watching her steps. Amina greets her with a small wave and a gentle smile. She does not rush Maya. She says, "Good morning, Maya," in a voice like a warm blanket. She shows Maya a picture schedule she made. Breakfast, quiet reading, drawing, then a short walk if the rain is light. Maya looks at the pictures and nods. Breakfast is simple. Oatmeal with cinnamon and sliced banana. Amina knows Maya likes the bowl that has a small blue star inside. She gives her that bowl every morning. The star helps Maya focus. Maya taps the bowl softly, then eats in small, steady bites. Amina sits nearby, not too close, not too far, reading a short note card she made for staff. Keep sounds low. Move slowly. Speak clearly. Give choices. The first thunder arrives like a heavy hand on the roof. It is not very loud, but it is sudden. Maya freezes. She puts her spoon down and covers her ears. Her eyes dart to the window. A second rumble follows. Her breath changes. It becomes fast and short, like she cannot catch it. Amina feels the air change too. She stands and turns off the kitchen fan. She steps closer, but only to where Maya can see her without feeling crowded. "It's okay," Amina says softly. "You are safe." She lowers herself to Maya's eye level and waits. She waits for Maya to look at her. She knows that eye contact will come when Maya is ready. Amina raises one hand and spreads her fingers. "Can you watch my hand?" she asks. Maya looks at the hand, then back to the window. The storm is far, but the sound fills Maya's mind. The third thunder is the biggest yet. Amina makes a quick choice. She does not want to talk too much. She wants one gentle, clear focus. She takes her small bag from the chair. In the side pocket, she keeps something simple. A little bottle of soap bubbles and a small wand. She learned this trick with her cousin. Bubbles float slowly. They move like soft music. They give the eyes one job, and they invite slow breathing. Without using many words, she opens the bottle and dips the wand. She does not blow a big cloud. She blows just one bubble, round and bright. It lifts in the dim light and drifts in front of Maya. Amina says, "Let's count this bubble." 1. The bubble rises, and Maya's eyes follow. 2. The bubble turns and moves toward the curtain. 3. It pops softly against the fabric. The sound is small and gentle. Maya's shoulders drop a little. Amina blows another bubble. "Smell the flower," she says as she takes a slow breath in through her nose. Blow the candle, she says as she breathes out through her mouth. She does not ask Maya to copy right away. She simply shows. The next bubble floats higher, then lower, like it is breathing too. Maya's hands slowly leave her ears. She is watching. Her breath is still fast, but she is watching. Upstairs, Daniel glances at the hallway camera feed on his screen. He is checking the front gate for a delivery, but the picture shows the kitchen area instead. He sees Amina on her knees, holding a bubble wand, and Maya watching closely. Daniel's eyebrows rise. He pauses. His meeting is in 20 minutes, but he does not click away. He does not speak. He just watches as another small bubble lifts and spins. Amina's voice stays steady. In and out, she says softly, like a hum. She keeps the room quiet. She signals to a nearby staff member to switch off the ice machine before it dumps cubes with a sudden clatter. The staff member nods and steps away on soft feet. Amina blows 2 bubbles this time, but she spaces them out so Maya can follow one, then the other. The bubbles are like tiny moons, calm and slow. Maya reaches a hand forward. She points, not to touch, but to show she is here. Amina smiles. Do you want to pop one? She asks. Maya nods. A bubble floats close to her hand, and she taps it with one finger. It pops with a kiss sound. Maya blinks and then looks back to Amina as if asking, Again? Amina dips the wand, lifts it, and blows. Let's count together, she says. 1, 2, Maya whispers, 3, just before the bubble disappears. Her voice is so soft, it is almost air. Amina nods. Good counting, she says. Let's try breathing with the bubble. She lifts the wand again. In, she says, breathing in as the bubble grows. Out, she says, blowing the bubble and watching it float. Maya copies. Her breath is louder at first, but it slows after a few tries. The storm outside rolls on, but inside, the rhythm is gentle. The next thunder comes, and Maya flinches, but only for a moment. Her eyes stay on the bubble. She says, 1, before it pops. Amina nods again. She keeps her words short and clear. You are doing well. Let's try a turn. She offers the wand. Maya hesitates, then takes it. Amina holds the bottle steady so Maya can dip the wand without spilling. She says, Smell the flower. Maya breathes in. Blow the candle. Maya blows. A small bubble appears, wobbly but perfect, and it floats toward the doorway. Amina claps once, softly. Beautiful, she says. Watch it. Maya watches. Her shoulders are lower now. Her hands are away from her ears. Her mouth is slightly open in a quiet smile. Amina gives her time to enjoy this simple win. Then she says, Would you like to make another? Maya nods. She dips the wand with careful hands. Upstairs, Daniel leans back in his chair. He has seen many experts talk fast about complex plans. He has paid for special tools and software to help organize the day. But he has never seen something this simple work so quickly. He thinks about his calls and his schedule and the way he moves through life like a storm of his own. He feels a soft pull in his chest, like someone opening a window to fresh air. Amina keeps the pace steady. She does not rush to make 10 bubbles at once. She lets each bubble be its own small world. She counts some with Maya and lets others float in silence. She knows that silence can be a good friend. It lets the body settle. After a few minutes, she says, Would you like a sip of water? Maya nods again. Amina hands her a cup with a straw. Sipping through a straw can also help slow breathing. They move to the living room where the lights are low and the curtains are half closed. The rain taps the windows now, not harsh, just a soft beat. Amina and Maya sit on the rug. Amina places a small towel nearby in case of spills. She keeps the bubble bottle on a tray so it will not tip. Everything is tidy and safe. When the space is clear, the mind can be clearer too. Maya looks around and seems more relaxed. Amina takes out a small picture book with calm drawings. "After Bubbles," she says gently, "we will read one page." She shows the picture schedule again. Bubble, water, book. Maya points to the picture of the book and then to the bubbles. She wants one more. "Okay," Amina says. "One more bubble, then a page." She blows, and they both watch the bubble rise like a silver pearl. It pops softly. They both smile. Amina keeps notes in her pocket notebook. She writes down small things. Thunder today. Bubbles helped. Maya counted to 3. Used straw cup. Lights dim. She does not write a long report. She writes what matters. These notes will help keep tomorrow calm, too. If another staff member is with Maya, they can follow the same steps and use the same words. Consistency is not a rule here, it is comfort. When the thunder sounds again, Maya looks at Amina first. That look is a small bridge. Amina nods and lifts the wand. "In, out," she breathes. Maya follows. The bubble floats toward the ceiling and fades. The world does not feel so loud now. The room feels like a small boat on gentle water. The storm can move and speak, but inside the boat there is order and peace. It is enough. Daniel stands in his office doorway and listens to the rain. He cannot hear the bubble pops from here, but he can see their result in the video feed. A child who is calmer and a caregiver who is steady and kind. He closes the camera window and looks at his meeting agenda. He makes a small note to himself. Ask Amina about bubble technique. He does not know the right words yet, but he knows he wants to learn. Amina sets the bubble bottle aside and opens the book to the first page. It shows a quiet garden with tall grass and a small bird. She reads a few lines in a soft voice. Maya. The day after the storm is busy from the moment the sun comes up. The Harrington house wakes like a quiet machine. Lights click on one by one, doors open, and shoes move across the floor. Amina stands in the kitchen with her list, checking tasks. In a calm way. She prepares Maya's favorite oatmeal again, slices a banana with slow hands, and places the Blue Star bowl on the tray. She lowers the living room lights, touches the curtains so they fall just right, and breathes in the soft morning air. She wants the day to start smooth. Maya comes down the stairs holding the railing, counting her steps in a whisper only she can hear. Amina meets her with a small smile and the picture schedule. Today's plan shows breakfast, puzzle time, a short walk if it is not too bright, and a drawing session near the big window. Everything looks steady, but life does not always follow pictures. Amina knows this, so she leaves space in her mind for surprises. A delivery envelope waits on the counter. It came late the night before. It is from school. Amina opens it and reads the note twice, then a third time, to be sure she understands. The class is planning a field trip in 10 days to a nature center. The teachers will take a small bus. There will be animal sounds, new smells, and many new faces. The teachers will send photos in advance, but still, this is a big change. Amina glances at Maya's schedule. The word trip is not there. She does not say anything yet. She chooses a better time. Daniel sits upstairs in his office with 2 screens open. He checks his calendar, sends 3 short emails, and looks at a note from his assistant. Investor call Wednesday, 11 a.m. High stakes. Please be at home because of time zones. He rubs his forehead. He wants the house very quiet that morning. He taps a message into the staff group chat. Please keep noises low on Wednesday, 10:30 a.m., 12 p.m. Thank you. He means well, but houses are not libraries. Life has sound. At breakfast, Amina says in a warm voice, after we eat, we will do puzzles, and then we will take a small walk. She shows the pictures again. Maya nods. She eats slowly. The room is soft, but far away, a truck makes a beep sound as it backs up. Maya pauses and looks at the window. Amina taps the picture of the window with one finger. "We will walk when outside is calm," she says. Maya returns to her oatmeal. After breakfast, Amina helps Maya with a simple puzzle of a garden scene. The pieces are large and smooth. They fit together with a friendly click. Maya lines the pieces before placing them. Amina keeps quiet while Maya thinks. When the last piece slides into place, the garden picture looks complete and restful. Maya strokes the smooth paper surface. Amina studies her face. Today, her eyes look steady and clear. On the way to the short walk, the new driver arrives. He is polite and eager to help, and he wants to learn, but he does not know Maya's preferred route yet. He suggests a different loop around the block to avoid a muddy patch on the usual sidewalk. He thinks he is solving a problem. Amina thanks him and gently says, "Let us keep our same path today." Maya looks for 3 familiar things: the blue mailbox, the neighbor's lemon tree, and the little bench near the corner. These help her feel safe. The driver nods, a bit embarrassed but grateful for the clear guidance. They walk slowly. The world is fresh from last night's rain. Amina points to a puddle reflecting a small square of sky. "Little mirror," she says softly. Maya looks and smiles. At the corner, she touches the bench with the back of her hand, like a hello. They do not sit. They just greet the bench, then turn back. The driver holds back by a few steps, learning the rhythm. When they return, Maya takes off her shoes and places them on the mat with care. Routine is a path under her feet. By late morning, the house grows busy again. A new staff member in the kitchen chooses to make a smoothie. The blender waits on. The counter like a little engine. At the same time, the gate team messages that a large delivery will come on Wednesday. Right in the window, Daniel asked for silence. Amina reads the group chat and replies, "Can the delivery come 1 hour? Earlier or later? Quiet is needed 10:30, 12 our house." The gate team says they will try, but the driver's route is fixed. It may come closer to 11 sac. Amina breathes out slowly. She makes a note to prepare for sound. In the afternoon, Amina shares the field trip. Notice with Daniel in a short, clear way. She meets him near his office door and keeps her voice low. "There is a school trip in 10 days. It will be new and loud. We can plan ahead with photos and a quiet plan. I will write a simple list." Daniel reads the paper and nods. "Thank you," he says. He feels a pinch of worry, but he also feels relief that someone is thinking ahead. While Amina fills water glasses in the kitchen, 2 staff members whisper near the pantry. They mean no harm, but their words are not kind. One says, "Bubbles? In this house, it looks like play." The other says, "It worked, but still, is that professional?" Their voices are not loud, yet the judgment sits heavy in the air. Amina does not raise her voice or defend herself with strong words. She waits for a calm moment and then says, "Bubbles are a tool for slow breath and visual focus. They help a child look at one gentle thing. It is simple, and simple can be strong." She leaves it there. Her tone is respectful. Her words are clear. The staff members look at the floor. Later, one of them brings a quiet smile and asks, "Can you show me sometime?" Amina says, "Of course." Wednesday arrives like a quiet drum. Daniel dresses in a simple gray sweater and stands his laptop on a stand. He tests his microphone and camera. He checks his slides again. He can feel the weight of this call. He sends a final message to the staff group. "Starting the big call in 10 minutes. Thank you all." He looks out over the balcony at the garden. The trees are still. He hopes the morning will follow their example. Downstairs, Amina prepares. The living room like a calm stage. She dims the lamps, closes the curtains halfway, and places Maya's favorite soft cushion on the rug. She brings the picture schedule and a small tray with water and crayons. She places the bubble bottle in her bag, not out on the tray, because she hopes they will not need it. Her plan is to keep the world soft enough that bubbles are only a backup. The new driver returns for his second day. He has learned. He greets Maya with a gentle nod and says, "We will pass the blue mailbox today." Maya gives a small nod back. Learning someone's map is a kind act. Amina gives him a thumbs up. He smiles. At 10:55, the gate speaker makes a sharp buzz. Someone forgot to switch it to a low chime. The buzz is quick, but it cuts the air like a line. Maya jumps. Her hands fly to her ears. Amina gestures to the staff near the gate with a flat palm. Lower the sound. They scramble and set the volume to low. The front door opens. Boxes slide across the entry tile with a dry scrape. The sound is not loud, but it is rough. Maya's breath quickens. Amina reaches for the picture card that says, "Quiet corner." She points to the rug. "Let us sit on the soft floor," she says in a steady voice. From upstairs, Daniel hears the gate buzz and the soft scrape of boxes. He glances at his camera feed. He sees Maya's shoulders rise and Amina's calm hands guiding her toward, the rug. He looks at the clock. 10:58. His call begins in 2 minutes. His heart pulls in 2 directions. He wants to help. He also knows that too many voices can add to the tangle. He trusts Amina, but trust does not remove worry. He takes a long breath and messages the gate team. "Please pause moving boxes for 5 minutes." The gate team replies, "Paused." Amina sits on the rug at Maya's eye level. "Smell the flower," she whispers, breathing in slowly. "Blow." "The candle," she whispers, breathing out slowly. She does not reach for the bubbles yet. She tries breath first. She shows her hands open and relaxed on her knees. Maya peeks at her through her fingers. Her lips press tight. Her feet press into the rug, seeking ground. "Feel the floor," Amina says. "It is steady. It is safe." She taps the rug twice and waits. The kitchen blender starts with a sudden whir. A staff member, thinking of a healthy morning drink, did not check the time. The sound climbs quickly and fills the space with a bright, busy noise. Amina raises one hand to signal stop, but her hand does not reach the kitchen in time. Maya's breath rushes out in a small cry. She cannot form words. The sound is too big. Her shoulders are tight again. Amina speaks to the nearest staff member, but calmly. "Please stop the blender now." The staff member hurries and presses the button. The room drops back to quiet, but the echo remains in Maya's chest. Amina considers the garden. Outside, the air looks still and kind. "We are going to the quiet air," she says. She points to a small picture of grass on the schedule. She offers her hand, palm open, no pressure. Maya hesitates, then nods. They walk at a slow pace to the glass door. Amina opens it without a creak. The garden greets them with soft light, and the faint sound of a distant bird. The sky is pale blue. The wind is a whisper. They step onto the patio stones. Amina lets the cool air touch their faces. "Listen," she says quietly. "Wind in trees." Maya lowers her hands from her ears by an inch. Amina counts 3 leaves moving on a branch. 1, 2, 3. She points, slow and gentle. Maya follows her finger. Her breath changes the way a wave changes, still moving but not crashing. Amina decides not to use bubbles yet. She wants Maya to feel the world itself can be calm. Upstairs, Daniel mutes his laptop for a moment and stands at the balcony door just out of sight. He watches through the open space between the curtains. He sees Amina open her palms. The day after Daniel's big call begins clear and bright, but the house hums with the kind of busy that can grow into noise without warning. Amina moves through the morning like someone arranging gentle notes in a song. She checks Maya's picture. Schedule straightens the crayons on the tray and tucks the small bubble bottle into her bag. Same as always. She hopes not to need it. She likes when calm comes from quiet rooms and slow breaths. Still, she knows. Life can surprise you. Maya is happy during breakfast. She taps the blue star in her bowl, eats her oatmeal in small, careful bites, and lines up 3 banana slices like little moons. Amina praises her softly. Nice hands, nice pace. The driver greets them and confirms, blue mailbox, lemon tree, bench. He has learned the map. Maya gives a small nod. Routine is a soft bridge across the morning. By late morning, the eyes of house schedule bends. Daniel has a second session with the same investors, a question and answer hour. It is not as formal as the first call, but it matters. His assistant messages, "They want details on the new plan." Daniel replies, "I'll be at home again," then looks out his window at the garden. He hopes for a quiet hour. He also knows hope is not a plan. At 10:40, the gardener arrives. He is friendly and usually careful, but today he brings a leaf blower to dry the path after last night's rain. Amina hears the first burst of sound through the glass and walks quickly to the patio door with a polite hand wave. "Please pause 10 minutes, she mouths. He nods and turns it off. The air settles. Amina thanks him with a small bow. She closes the door as if it is made of paper. Inside, the gate team buzzes once to announce a visitor for Daniel. The chime is low now, not sharp, but even a soft chime is still a sound. A staff member silences it fast. Another staff member wheels a vacuum into the hallway, sees Amina's open palm signal, and pauses. The house is trying to be helpful, but the edges of sound still touch each other like waves that do not mean to collide. Maya starts a drawing on the rug, a green line, then a second, then a third. Her breathing matches her crayons, in and out, stroke and lift. Amina sits nearby at eye level. She offers sips of water through a straw. They trade a smile without words. The room looks steady. Then 3 things happen almost at once. The gardener, thinking the patio is safe to finish, lifts the leaf blower again for a quick burst. The gate speaker clicks as a courier drops a package and forgets to switch to silent. And a phone in the back office rings only once before a staff member grabs it. The sounds are not loud by themselves, but together they step on each other. Maya freezes. Her hand stops mid-air. Her eyes move fast, searching for an exit. Her chest tightens. The green crayon presses too hard and snaps. Amina reacts like she has practiced 1,000 times in her mind. She turns off one lamp to soften. The light. She places the towel on Maya's lap. She speaks with a voice like warm tea. "Smell the flower." She breathes in slowly through her nose. "Blow the candle." She breathes out, long and gentle. "Feel the floor," she adds, tapping the rug. Maya tries. She wants to follow, but the 3 sounds still echo in her head. Her breath comes sharp and quick. Her shoulders rise. Upstairs, Daniel opens his laptop and joins the call. He greets the investors. He shares his screen. He hears through the floor the faint trail of a blower ending, a click at the gate, and then quiet. He glances at the hallway camera window and sees Amina kneeling near Maya, steady and close but not crowding. No panic shows on Amina's face, only care. Daniel's chest tightens with 2 jobs at once: be present on the call, be a father in his home. He decides to trust the plan, trust Amina, and focus. He mutes for a moment, types a quick message to the staff. "No machines for 30 minutes, please." Then unmutes and answers a question with calm words that do not match how he feels. On the rug, Maya presses her palms to her ears and rocks by a small measure. Amina tries one more breath cue. In, out. She speaks less now, because too many words can be more sound. She shows the picture of quiet corner, then the picture of garden. She gives a choice. 2 fingers, 2 pictures. Choice gives control. Maya touches the garden picture with 1 finger, and that is the moment Amina was waiting for, a small yes in a hard time. They move to the patio. The gardener steps back and lowers the blower. He understands at once. Amina mouths thank you again and leads Maya to the place where the stone is warm and the wind is soft. The sky is a pale cloth of blue. A leaf turns. A bird sings 2 notes, then pauses. The world is doing its best to be gentle. Sometimes, though, even gentle is still too much after a break in calm. Maya's breathing is fast. Her fingers rub the towel without rhythm. Her eyes are shiny with held-back tears. Amina knows this is the moment for the tool that makes time slow and eyes settle. She reaches into her bag and takes out the small bubble bottle. She does it without hurry, as if she is opening any simple thing. She kneels, so her eyes are level with Maya's. She dips the wand and waits a breath, letting Maya see the movement before the bubble appears. Then she takes a slow inhale as the film on the wand shivers with light. In, she whispers. She exhales in a long, soft stream that fills the bubble without a rush. Out, she whispers. 1 bubble floats into the air like a tiny moon. It moves not left or right, but just forward, steady and slow. Amina follows it with her eyes and lets silence do the work. Maya watches. Her mouth opens a little. The bubble turns in the light, and the rainbow skin shows soft colors that come and go. It bumps a leaf and pops with a sound like nothing at all. Amina dips the wand again. Smell the flower. She breathes in through her nose, letting the bubble grow on the wand itself, so Maya sees the inhale make a shape. Blow the candle, she breathes out, sending the bubble up on the exhale. The message is simple. Inhale makes. Exhale moves. Maya's chest copies before her mind decides. 1, 2, 3 cycles. The next bubble holds together longer. It slides on a small line of wind as if it knows the path. Upstairs, Daniel mutes himself as the investors speak among themselves. He steps to the balcony doorway, just out of sight, and watches the patio below. He sees the wand lift and the bubble rise with the same speed as Amina's breath. He has seen 1,000 charts bend to his will. He has rarely seen time bend to a breath. He does not say a word. He just watches and learns. Count, Amina offers quietly. She taps 1 finger to her open palm. Maya nods, a small nod. 1, Amina says as the bubble lifts. 2, she says as it turns. 3, she says as it lands softly on the warm stone and disappears without a sharp pop. Maya whispers, 4, after it is gone, as if counting the quiet itself. Amina smiles with her eyes. She does not add more words. She dips the wand again. Now she gives the wand to Maya, but she supports the bottle so no liquid spills. You can make the breath, she says. In to grow, out to float. Maya brings the wand to her lips, and for a moment, nothing happens. Amina nods once to say, that is okay. Smell the flower, she reminds in a whisper. Maya inhales a little. Too fast, then tries again, slower. The film thickens across the ring. Blow the candle, Amina says, and Maya exhales. A small bubble wobbles, then becomes round, then lets go. It floats toward the quiet corner of the patio. Maya's shoulders soften by a small degree that feels very big. A bird sings another 2-note song. The wind lifts a leaf and sets it down. The house, having got the message, is still. Amina and Maya follow 3 more bubbles, then rest for a minute. Rest is part of the work. Maya sips water through the straw. The straw pulls the breath into a longer exhale too. More calm, more space. Amina wipes one small tear from Maya's cheek with the edge of the towel, slow and respectful. Daniel returns to the desk and answers a hard question with simple clarity. He does this better than most people. But over his words, he keeps the rhythm he saw. Inhale makes, exhale moves. He finishes a slide, stops sharing, and invites questions. When the hour ends, he thanks the investors and promises a written follow-up. He closes the laptop, but not the lesson. He walks downstairs, not quick, not loud. He finds Amina and Maya on the patio stones. Maya is drawing a bubble on her paper, a round circle with a tiny shine marked in the corner. Amina has her hands resting open on her knees, the bubble bottle, capped beside her. The air feels like after a small rain, fresh and possible. Daniel stands in the doorway for a moment before he steps closer. "Thank you," he says, and his voice is softer than his usual work tone. He means more than thanks for today. He means thanks for a way to see. Amina smiles and nods. "Maya did the work," she says. "I only showed a path." Daniel looks at the little bottle. "Can you tell me why this works?" he asks. "In simple words, I would like to understand." Amina keeps it simple. "Bubbles are slow and gentle," she says. "The eyes follow them. When we say, in to grow, out to float, the breath becomes slow. A slow exhale tells the body it is safe. The body's rest system turns on. Noise still exists, but the body does not chase it. The bubble gives the eyes one job. The breath gives the heart a calm beat." Daniel nods as if someone just translated, a language he hears every day, but never quite understood. "And the choices?" he asks. "The pictures?" "Choice gives control," Amina says. "Control makes the world feel smaller and kinder. Pictures are clear. Words can slide away when the mind is busy. Pictures stay." Daniel looks at Maya's drawing. Maya, not Amina. His voice is careful. "May I learn to blow the candle?" The next morning begins with a plan, not just a hope. Daniel meets Amina in the quiet library after breakfast. He has a notebook in his hand, not his usual laptop. He says in a simple tone that fits the room, "Can we build a clear routine for Maya, one she can trust every day?" Amina nods. She sits at the small round table and spreads out 3 things: the picture schedule, a blank sheet of paper, and a small box she calls the calm box. They design the day like a gentle path. First, they keep the basics the same. Wake up, breakfast, puzzle or drawing, short walk on the usual route, reading time, lunch, quiet rest, play and outdoor air if the weather is kind. Amina adds small anchors, tiny moments that help the day feel steady. The Blue Star bowl at breakfast, the 3 familiar landmarks on the walk, the weighted lap pad during reading, the soft lamp turned to the same level at quiet rest. Little. Anchors hold big feelings. Then they talk about the calm box. Amina places items inside, one by one, naming each in a soft voice: noise-canceling headphones, the small bubble bottle, a soft towel, a picture fan with simple symbols, water, sit, breathe outdoors, a small fidget stone that is smooth and cool, and a short list on a card. 1. Breathe in and out. 2. Choose a quiet space. 3. Use one tool. The box is not magic. It is a promise that help is close and simple. Daniel asks if they should also bring in a licensed therapist to check that their plan fits Maya's needs well. Amina agrees at once. "A therapist can give more ideas and check we are doing things safely," she says. She adds, "If Maya wants, I will sit in the room so she feels comfortable." Daniel arranges the visit for the next afternoon. He sends a careful message to the staff. "Therapist visit tomorrow at 2 p.m. Please keep the house gentle." Thank you. Before the therapist comes, Amina creates a sensory corner in Maya's room. It is not fancy. It is thoughtful. She moves a small bookshelf to make space. She places a rug with a soft texture, a beanbag chair, and a small basket for the calm box. She adds a lamp with a dimmer and a tiny plant with round leaves. On the wall, she hangs 3 calm pictures: a leaf, a cloud, and a gentle wave. Each picture is simple enough to rest the eyes. When the therapist arrives, she introduces herself in a calm way and says to Maya, "I am here to learn about you." She asks if Amina can stay. Maya glances at Amina and gives a small nod. The therapist watches how Maya moves around the room, what sounds she turns toward, and what lights she avoids. She praises the bubble strategy right away. "This is excellent for breathing and visual focus," she says. She adds 2 suggestions: a visual timer that shows time as a red circle that shrinks, and a small card with the words, "I need a break," which Maya can hand to an adult without speaking. The therapist also tests the headphones and suggests a type that softens sound without making Maya feel cut off. She shows Daniel how to sit beside Maya at the same level, how to wait for her eyes to find him, and how to offer a choice without pressure. 2 choices are enough, she says: clear, kind, and steady. Amina writes short notes as they go, keeping everything simple. Timer helps, break card, sit at level, wait for eyes. After the visit, Daniel thanks the therapist and thanks Amina again. He looks around the room and says, "I would like to change your role title to Family Care Coordinator. Your work is skilled. It should be named and paid as such." He speaks plainly, with respect. Amina is quiet for a moment. She nods and says, "Thank you." She does not do this for titles, but she knows names matter, especially when they reflect true care. That afternoon, Daniel gathers the team for a short training at 4:30, just as he promised. The group stands in the living room with the lamps dim. Amina leads by Daniel's request. She begins with 1 sentence: "See the child, not the storm." Then she shows the picture schedule and explains how to use it. She shows the calm box and lets each person hold 1 item so they feel it with their own hands. She teaches the breath cue with a small smile. In to grow, out to float. She does not just talk, she demonstrates. She blows a small bubble. Everyone watches without being asked. They practice a simple script together. Smell the flower. Everyone inhales. Blow the candle. Everyone exhales. Feel the floor. Everyone gently taps the rug. Choose, inside or garden. Amina holds up 2 pictures. The staff try the script in pairs, speaking softly. Amina corrects kindly when voices get too fast. Daniel practices too. He still makes his bubbles too big sometimes. People smile, but not in a teasing way, in a human way. Learning looks good on the house. That week, the routine works on most days, yet life still tests it. On Thursday, the fire alarm company arrives for a scheduled test. The team thought it would be silent. It is not. A sharp sound fills the hallway without warning. Maya startles, eyes wide, hands over ears, breath quick. The sound stops after 1 second, but the echo stays. Amina acts with the plan. Headphones on. Lights low. Calm box open. She does not rush Maya to be okay. She makes the world gentle so okay can return on its own. Smell the flower, she breathes. Blow the candle. She points to garden and waits for the, small nod. It comes. Outside, the wind moves slowly through the trees. After 3 bubbles, Maya's shoulders soften. The rest of the test is postponed. The company apologizes. Daniel confirms with them that next time there will be a clear schedule and the alarm will be set to the lowest safe test level. On Friday, a neighbor stops by with a friendly dog. The dog is well behaved, but barks once in the entryway at a reflection on the glass. It is just one bark, yet it is sudden and bright. Maya flinches and drops her crayon. Amina places the calm box near Maya's hand and says gently, "Choose headphones or garden." Maya chooses headphones. The neighbor steps back outside at once. The driver guides the dog out kindly. Daniel makes a note. No surprise, pets inside. It sounds small. It is not small. Through these days, Daniel changes his own schedule. He moves his most important calls back to the office or sets them at times when the house can be quiet. He adds a block on his calendar each day titled Maya Time, and he keeps it like a sacred promise. Sometimes they blow bubbles. Sometimes they draw leaves. Sometimes they simply sit in the sensory corner, sharing silence that feels like a warm blanket. Amina writes the one-page guide Daniel asked for. It is simple and strong. Calm steps, lower lights, reduce sound. Get to eye level. Wait for eyes. Offer 2 choices with pictures. Guide breath. In to grow, out to float. Use 1 tool from the calm box. Record what helped in 10 words or less. She prints 2 copies and slips them into clear sleeves. 1 for the kitchen wall at eye level and 1 for Daniel's notebook. She adds a small line at the bottom. Consistency builds trust. Daniel reads it twice and then places the copy in his wallet. On Saturday, Daniel quietly funds a local program that provides simple sensory kits to families who need them. He asks the organization to direct the kits to homes and classrooms where the need is clear. He does not put his name on a wall. He simply asks for a report, how many kits reached families and what changed. He wants to learn, not to be praised. Sunday brings a soft test of growth. A neighbor invites Maya to a small, quiet tea in the garden next door. Only 3 people, no loud sounds. In the past, even the idea might have been too much. This time, Amina prepares a social story for Maya. A few photos of the neighbors' garden, a picture of a cup, a picture of a chair, and pictures of 2 friendly faces. She reads the simple story aloud. We will go next door. We will sit for 10 minutes. We can leave when we want. The calm box will come too. Maya looks at the pictures and touches the one with the cup. That is her yes. They go for a brief visit. Amina brings the calm box in a small tote. The neighbor speaks gently and offers water with a straw. A bird sings. A leaf shifts. Maya holds the fidget stone in one hand and sips water. After 6 minutes, she hands Amina the "I need a break" card. They say thank you and walk home. It is not long. It is perfect. Back in their own garden, they blow 1 bubble as a small celebration. It floats, turns, and lands on the grass without popping. Somehow that feels like a good sign. Throughout the week, Amina keeps her notebook close. Her notes are short and useful. Alarm, headphones first, garden second, worked fast. Dog bark, headphones only, garden not needed. Tea visit, social story helped, break card used. Daniel bubble practice, steady exhale now. She shares these notes with Daniel at the end of each day. They speak for 5 minutes, not more, so Maya's evening stays gentle. They do not analyze forever. They notice and adjust. One evening, after a quiet dinner, Daniel joins Amina and Maya on the living room rug. He asks if he can try the breath. Cue. Amina nods and lets him lead. He says, "Smell the flower," and inhales slowly with a calm face. He says, "Blow the candle," and exhales in a long, even stream. Maya mirrors him and then reaches for the wand. She blows a bubble that floats higher than usual. They all follow it with their eyes until it disappears. No one speaks for a moment. The quiet is full, not empty. Later that night, Amina sets up a small shelf near the sensory corner for Maya's drawings. She asks Daniel if they can display 1 picture each week. the calm picture of the week. He agrees at once. They select a drawing of a single green line with a bright dot at the end. To anyone else, it might look like nothing. To them, it looks like breath finding a path. Then a small light, T. The morning of the field trip arrives with a sky the color of quiet water. Amina wakes early, checks the weather, and smiles at the mild breeze moving the leaves. Today is not a day for rushing. Today is a day for steady steps. She lays out Maya's clothes, soft pants, a cotton shirt, and the gray sweater that feels like a hug. She places the calm box by the door, not hidden, not loud, just ready. Inside are the headphones, the towel, the bubble bottle, the picture fan, the fidget stone, and the I need a break card. She adds one new item the therapist suggested, a small visual timer that shows a red circle shrinking as minutes pass. In the kitchen, Amina prepares oatmeal and slices a banana like always, 3 round moons lined up in the blue star bowl. She hums a slow tune to herself as she sprinkles cinnamon. Daniel steps in, tie in his hand, and gives a small smile. He does not bring his laptop. He brings a gentle face. "Good morning," he says to Amina. "What is our plan?" Amina points to the picture schedule already on the counter. Breakfast, calm corner, bus practice, headphones test, water, then the school bus. She adds a small card at the end, a house, meaning home after, so Maya can see that this trip is a circle, and the circle closes at home. Maya comes downstairs holding the railing and counts the last 3 steps under her breath. She taps the blue star in her bowl and sits. Amina keeps the room soft and the words simple. Oatmeal, then. Quiet corner, she says. Then a practice of bus steps. You can hold the fidget stone. Maya looks at the stone and reaches for it. She rubs its smooth surface with slow fingers. She eats in small bites, breath even. After breakfast, they move to the living room. The driver is there too, ready to help practice. He has learned to speak lightly and clearly. He puts 2 low stools near the doorway, like steps into a bus. Amina shows Maya a photo of the bus, and then a photo of the 2 stools. We will practice 2 up, 2 down, she says. Maya nods once, a small but sure sign. She steps up and up and down, holding the rail of the door, not the driver's hand. Amina counts in a whisper. 1, 2. Then she says, pause, and shows the timer set to 1 minute. The red circle shrinks. Maya watches it fade. Seeing time helps time feel friendly. Before they leave, Amina tests the headphones. On, she says, placing them over Maya's ears. Off, she says, lifting them for a breath. They practice. This twice, so Maya knows she can choose. Amina puts the bubble bottle into an easy pocket. It is a backup, not a show. She clips the break card to the comm box with a small cloth pin so it will not hide at the bottom. The picture fan rests on top, ready to speak in images when words feel far away. Daniel kneels at Maya's eye level. Bus, then nature center, then home, he says, tapping each picture with the tip of 1 finger. We will be proud of your small steps. He does not ask for a big promise. He offers a path. Maya touches the picture of home, then the picture of the bus. That is her way of saying, I understand. Amina breathes out slowly and gives a quiet nod to Daniel. He nods back. They are a team. The bus arrives with a soft squeak of brakes. The sound is real but not harsh. The driver opens the door, slowly. A few children are already inside, speaking in gentle voices because the teachers told them this is a quiet trip. A teacher with kind eyes stands by the steps. Good morning, Maya, she says, using a calm voice and a small smile. She does not bend down too close. She gives space. Amina and the driver stand 1 step behind Maya, not pulling, not pushing. Maya places 1 foot on the first step, then the second. She holds the rail, finds her balance, and looks back at Amina. Amina taps the picture of the bus and then points to a seat near the front, by the window. Seat, she says softly. The teacher has saved that spot for her, with a small cushion and a view that shows trees, not the bustle of other kids. Maya sits, hands on her lap, fidget stone inside her palm. Amina sits in the row across the aisle, close enough to help, far enough to let Maya feel strong. As the bus pulls away, the sound of the engine starts low and steady. Maya's shoulders lift slightly, then lower. Amina watches her, breathing slow on purpose. Smell the flower, she says in her mind. Blow the candle, she thinks, matching her exhale to the bus's gentle hum. Daniel stands at the gate and watches the bus turn the corner. He raises one hand in a small wave. He does not shout. He does not chase. He walks back into the house and checks his calendar. He has blocked this morning as Maya time, even though he will spend it in the quiet library, ready if he is needed, learning to give space as a form of care. The ride is short, but each minute is a step. At one corner, a motorcycle passes, with a brief growl. Maya flinches and presses the fidget stone. Amina leans toward her just a little and shows the picture fan. Breathe, headphones, water. She points to headphones. Maya nods, and Amina helps place them over her ears. The motorcycle is already gone. The headphones soften the memory of the sound. The engine's hum becomes a low blanket. Amina shows the timer set to 2 minutes, a red circle that shrinks to pink and then to nothing. When the red is gone, Maya lifts the headphones herself and sets them around her neck. Choice is control. Control is calm. At the nature center, the group moves in slow lines. The staff have prepared. The wind chimes at the entrance are tied gently so they do not crash. A quiet sign shows the day's path with simple drawings. Entrance: turtle pond, leaf table, bird corner, bus, home. A volunteer greets them with a soft voice and a patient pace. We can touch leaves, she says. We can watch turtles. We can listen to a bird for a minute. She does not promise more. She does not demand more. Amina likes her at once. They visit the turtle pond first. The water is clear. The turtles move in slow curves like commas in a sentence. Maya watches. One turtle lift its head for air, then slip under. Her eyes follow, steady and bright. Amina stands one step behind, holding the calm box like a gentle bag, not a shield. She does not open it. She does not need to. She only keeps it close so Maya can see help is near if help is wanted. At the leaf table, a staff member hands out 3 leaves to each child. One smooth, one rough, one with tiny holes made by time. The room is quiet except for the sound of small fingers on dry leaves. Maya strokes the smooth leaf again and again. The staff member says, "Would you like to make a leaf picture?" and shows a simple page with a leaf outline. Amina holds her breath and lets Maya choose. Maya nods once and places the smooth leaf on the paper. Amina smiles inside her heart. She does not speak yet. She lets the moment stay simple. Near the end, the group visits the bird corner. This is the test. Sounds can be sudden here. The staff know and have prepared a quiet hour. They keep the lights low. They play one bird call at a time, not a chorus. A small screen shows a forest. Path, slow and still. The first bird sings a soft 2-note call. Maya tilts her head, listening. Then a second call begins, slightly higher like a question. Maya lifts the headphones halfway, unsure. She looks at Amina. Amina shows the breathe card and taps. Her own chest, in and out. Maya copies. The second call ends. The room returns to quiet. The red circle on the timer shrinks, and with it, any tightness in Maya's shoulders. 20 minutes pass like a small stream flowing over smooth stones. The teacher checks the time and says, We will return to the bus now. Amina shows Maya the picture of the bus, then the picture of the house. Home after, she whispers. The path is clear. Maya's steps follow. On the bus, she sits in the same seat. The engine hums again. A child behind her taps a rhythm on a seat for 1 second, then stops because the teacher gently puts a hand on the tapping fingers. The bus rolls forward. Trees pass like green brushes painting the window. Back at the house, Daniel waits near. The door, not in the middle of the entry like a surprise. He stands to the side so the path stays open. He gives a small wave and says, "Welcome home," in a warm tone. He does not ask a quick series of questions. He kneels, eye level with Maya, and points to the picture of the house on the schedule. He taps it once. Maya taps it too. Then she reaches into the calm box, takes the bubble bottle, and places it in Daniel's hand. "After lunch," she whispers. It is the first time she sets bubble time by herself. Daniel's eyes soften. "After lunch," he agrees. Lunch is quiet and easy. Amina keeps her notes short. Bus practice helped. Headphones on/off worked. Timer good. Turtle pond best. She writes the words big and clear so any staff member can understand. Then she closes the notebook and rejoins the room. She does not live in the notes. She uses them to make the next step lighter. In the afternoon, Daniel, Amina, and Maya sit on the back steps in soft light. Daniel holds the wand like a pencil he is learning to use in a new way. "In to grow," he says. He inhales slowly. "Out to float," he says. The bubble lifts and holds. Maya counts. 1, 2, 3, and taps it at 4. They repeat this 3 times, then rest. Rest is part of learning, too. A neighbor leans over the fence to wave. "How did the trip go?" she asks in a gentle voice. Daniel answers with simple words. "We prepared. We took it slow. It went well." He does not tell a long story. He does not make it about himself. He returns his attention to Maya and the wand. The neighbor smiles and steps back. The world can ask questions later. For now, breath and bubbles teach the deeper lesson. In the days that follow, the house keeps its new shape. The staff use the guide Amina wrote. Tea,